Hi guys, welcome back, or welcome if you are new, which if we're honest you probably are because I'm a very small channel at the minute, so I will quickly introduce myself. I'm Holly, I'm a mum to 3. I have a 3.5-year-old called Bo. We have a forever 16-day-old angel baby, Silver Rose, and we have our rainbow baby, Leilani, and she is just over 1 year old. I know a lot of people have had struggles trying to get hold of disposable nappies, and also generally cloth nappies are becoming more popular because of environment, which I will bore you with all the important facts at the end. But for now, as you can tell by the title of this video, I want to introduce to you the cloth nappies that I use. I'm going to kind of review them, what I like best about each brand that I use, and show you how they work and how to use them and how to get started. So firstly, I'm going to start with a brand that you've all probably heard of, or you've probably seen in the supermarkets. I know that Aldi and Morrison sell them. So this is the Bambino Mios. So these are all-in-one pocket nappies. These are Velcro fastenings, which I will get on to talking about fastenings in a minute because it's super important. There is 2 options for fastenings. So if we just undo it here and here, and then I'll show you it folds out, and at the moment I've got these pre-made up ready for use, so I've got my liner ready. I'll talk about them in a minute, but just for now let's talk about the Bambino Mios. So these, I think you can get them for about £10 in the supermarket. I could be wrong, so I'm not going to quote prices. I will probably try and link stuff down below for you guys. But as you can see at the back there is a pocket, so it's all in one, it's all attached. But if I take this out, you'll see this is your booster, and it has these handy little loops which are for pulling your booster out once you have finished using it and ready to get it washed, to make sure this gets nice and clean. And it has a little pocket here which is super handy for putting it in ready for use. I'll show you guys. And you just push it all the way to the top and pull, straighten it out, and as you can see, and then there is just a little flap at the back here. You just fold that back over and that is ready to go. And these are actually suitable from birth to potty training, so you've got to think, I know £10 seems like a lot of money, but this will be something you will use over and over again. And also if you plan to have more than one child, you can then reuse them, or you can give them to family and friends. You know, these really last a long time, so they are much more economical in the long run, although it does seem like a big investment at the start. And actually these are not one of the most expensive. There are some that are about £20, although I've never gone above about £15 for a nappy. But if we have a quick look back on the inside then, so you can see that it is elasticated to have a nice tight fit around the leg, which prevents leaks. It is just a single kind of one piece of material, which I will compare in a minute to a different brand which has like gussets, a double gusset, so it's better for punamis, shall we say, poop explosions. But these are a really good one in terms of they are decent quality. They have obviously so many different designs. I'll show you guys. Like, I have my fox one, I really love this one. This is our zebra one. And yeah, these are just a really good all-round one. And if you can see, there's 2 bits of Velcro, so when you're washing them you can fold it in like that, because you don't obviously want your Velcro catching on other bits of the nappy and stuff. But these are really a good all-rounder for starts. I do find that these are not the most absorbent. I'm not actually sure what their core is made of. It looks kind of like toweling material. I will show you guys. Like, if you just see, I've got hold of the loop here, there, and that also just helps because you don't really want to be touching stuff that's all poopy, and yeah, you don't want to be handling it loads. But you can see it's kind of like cross, I don't know what the description is, but it's like zigzags or whatever, and it's all toweled material. I wouldn't say these last a long time, but as long as you keep on top, like, they're gonna last at least a couple of hours. You do also have the option of buying separate boosters to add, and so you would put this in as you would normally, And then, don't know, do I have, I think all my others are made up. But I'll show you a booster in a minute, which you can buy separately, and you can obviously pick and choose which company you buy them from, but then you can just put another booster in and it will make it more absorbent. Also, if you can see, there is poppers here, and that is because obviously when you have a newborn baby, you are going to be folding the bottom popper to the top to make it the smallest size. And then as your baby grows, you will just undo this popper, or you will put it on the next one. So before I go on to talking about any of the other nappies, I just want to show you these. These are fleece liners. Now you don't have to get these, you can get disposable ones. I don't think they're flushable, so you would still probably have to use a nappy bag or wrap them in toilet paper and put them in a bin. But basically they catch the poop, which is super handy when your child is having solid poop, because then you just kind of put it into the toilet and then this goes in the nappy bucket with your nappy. You just take the booster out and they just go in the thing, and then you wash them later that night. But I'll show you how it works. So you've got your nappy, and then you would just lie it inside like that. And I just really like these ones particularly because they are so soft and they are designed to wick away moisture. So I find apparently a lot more children that are cloth nappied don't have half as many issues with nappy rash. So it is definitely worth considering if you do have a kid with sensitive skin. This might be an option to try, because as well, a lot of times, especially, you know, the nappies that you can get that are disposable and they have a line that indicates when the nappy is full and it changes colour, those are all chemicals that you're putting very close to a sensitive area, and you don't really know what those chemicals are. So this is just a nice chemical free way, and the only thing you need to be mindful of is what chemicals and how you are washing your nappies. And if you do want me to do a video about how to wash them, which I feel like might be helpful for newbies, let me know in the comments and I can do a video all about washing them, but we don't really have time to cover that today. But you will need a liner, so make sure you make your decision about whether you want biodegradable disposable ones, or if you want the really super soft fleecy ones, which I just love. And these are from a company called Little Lamb, and I do have some of their nappies as well, and I use these liners with all my different branded nappies, but I just really like these ones. But I'm sure other companies also do liners, so it's just up to your personal preference. You can try different ones if you want. I think on that note we'll move on to the Little Lamb nappies, because they are actually one of my favourite nappies, which is funny because they are probably the most boring to look at, and they are actually a different type of nappy, so I will have to show you. These are like two-piece nappies. So these are my Little Lamb nappies, and basically you would put them, this is your kind of inside bit, and then you would have a wrap. This is just ready made for when we're going to use it, basically. Also another Velcro one, and these don't have a bit here to kind of fold it over, so you just have to make sure you put it like that, because trust me, in the wash you don't want to be catching the insert with your Velcro. It's going to destroy your nappy. They do actually have so you can fold it over on the nappy, just not on the cover. I'll show you with this one though. Basically we've got two Velcro straps, but I love the fact that the straps, even the straps going around your baby, it is going to be absorbent. So although I wouldn't advise you to leave it for a really long period of time, it is going to absorb so much compared to having only one strip in a nappy, in one of the other nappies, that's going to absorb everything, whereas literally every single part of this nappy is absorbent, and it's then just wrapped up with something that will not let water escape. I will show you the inside now. And this has its booster, which is attached, and obviously it's still, we've got our elasticated legs, and then you would just put it like that. So you've got your nappy, you've got your booster that's obviously attached and folded up, and then you would put your liner and lay your baby down, do it up, and then like that. And honestly, I would normally have the wrap part ready underneath as well. In some ways you would think this is more fiddly because you're having to do, basically you're putting a nappy on twice because you're doing this bit as well. But trust me, compared to popper nappies, these are a lot easier. So then I will show you these, and you can see they've got their like elasticated bit, but also then there's like this bit which is kind of like a wing for it. And these nappies are marketed as bomb proof, and this particular set that I've got are the nighttime pack. So it comes with 3 inserts and 2 of these. So I've got the purple and the pink, and I guess the downside of these is they're not like pretty patterns and stuff, but honestly, absorbency wise, these are your best nappies that I have personally used. But you can see that these are the waterproof part of the nappy, and obviously elasticated at the top, and then you've got this bit at the front with a nice bit at the top. One thing to consider with these ones is these are not birth to potty training. They do different sizes, so you do need to consider that you would be buying different sizes depending. I think there's 3 different sizes, but I think size 2, which these are size 2, in theory do up to potty training. You just need to make sure you're ordering the right size for your child at the time. Also, I just want to point out the Little Lamb do actually do other nappies. They don't just do these, they do the popper ones, they do all-in-ones, so they have a lot of different options. These also come in 4 different fabrics to choose from. So this one is the bamboo, and then I think there is cotton, microfiber and organic cotton. So it's just worth considering what you want the purpose of it to be, and then you can pick which material is best for you. But like I say, I really highly recommend the Little Lamb nappies, and of course I use their liners, and also for all my other nappies I tend to use their boosters as well, which I'll show you in a second. So if you're panicking and worried that this isn't going to be a viable option for you because you can't be forking out like £200 to start off on cloth nappies, which I completely understand, especially like I'm self-employed and so is my husband. We have a business together, so at the moment with the current situation we are very worried, but obviously the government has put things in place. But fear not, I have a solution, okay? These guys. So not only are these pretty, and you can see these are popper nappies, or maybe that wasn't a good one to show you guys. You can see the poppers on these, which are, I can tell, are probably very intimidating, because I definitely found them intimidating at first. But let me tell you why I'm going to recommend these. Basically, these were about £3 each. Okay, yeah. Now's probably a good time to say you need at least about 20 nappies to start, because you need time to wash the nappies, dry them, have dry ones to wear, and then you're washing them again. It is a little bit more effort, but you have to consider that in this day and age there's environment to think about, and obviously it's, at least it's reliable. You know your nappies are going to be there. You don't have to worry about going to the shop. It means you don't have to worry about going out if you're a vulnerable person, and it means you don't have to worry about whether you can get your nappies or not. And it, like I say, in the long term this will save you money, especially if you use these ones. Now these are Littles and Blooms, and they are from Amazon. They are a pocket nappy, so similar to the Bubba and Boo. You can see at the back there is a pocket, but there is no booster attached, and the reason these were £3 is because I ordered them without the boosters. So I heard that these were quite cheap and not the best quality, and honestly you can kind of tell, like it's like basically just 2 pieces of fabric have been sewn together, but they do still have your elasticated leg gussets, and you know, it's pretty fabric. I really do like these, but I tend to keep them for towards the end of the day when I'm running out of my favourites, if I'm honest. But the best thing you can do with these, because you'll already be saving money, is to order a pack of boosters. So through my own research, I was told that the boosters that came with these were not great quality through talking on Facebook groups, cloth nappy groups. They are a thing, so go check them out. But yeah, I was told that the boosters that came with these were not very reliable, so instead I got my boosters from Little Lamb. And these are bamboo ones. Again, I think you can choose what material your boosters are made from, but this does make a big difference. It makes these actually a decent option of a nappy, because you've got a really decent booster, you've got a pretty nappy, you've still got your gusset to keep in any explosions, and as long as you do the poppers correctly, you will have no issues with leaks. So honestly, cloth nappies do not have to be as expensive as you might think, and this could be a really great option for beginners, especially if you're not sure how committed you can be to the washing and drying, which I might just quickly add now, especially with bamboo, you cannot dry these on a radiator. It's great that the weather is turning nice, because honestly, in winter it is not fun trying to get these to dry. If you put them on a radiator, it affects how much they absorb. So please don't be tempted to put these on a radiator. Just enjoy the fact that the weather is nice and try and use the sunshine to your advantage. So just a quick tutorial on the poppers. You have got these three are for adjusting how big your baby is. So this is the one that's going to go into either that one or that one. So if you've got a super small baby, you're going to clip it down like that, and it's the same with the middle one, and again with the end one, okay? And that makes it much smaller, which will keep it tight around the legs. And again, if you had a medium-sized baby, you would just do it onto the middle popper, like so. But I'll just leave it on the little one for now, and then I will show you guys, because this is where I find it stressful, and it is definitely worth considering whether you really want a popper nappy or a Velcro, because I have a wriggle bum of a 14-month-old, and trying to do 3 poppers, because these usually you'll just leave done up, so trying to do 3 poppers on each side as your baby is trying to wriggle is not very fun, and that's when I tend to go for my Velcro nappies more. But I have been told that these are the best option for if you have a toddler that is prone to trying to take their nappy off. But basically you would start, if you can see, you'd start with this one and you would do it to wherever was best for the leg that gave a tight fit, and then you would find where this one needs to go, and then oh, that one, and then obviously you would do the same on the other side. But obviously, if you can see, there's also the option here, if you have a really small baby, you could pop that one down, and if it was a really small baby, you can actually overlap and you would be able to clip onto that, so it would cross over. So as you can see, and then you just make sure that they were nice and tight, but you don't need them to be too tight that it's uncomfortable. They are meant to fit a bit like underwear, basically. I will just quickly show you guys the other designs I've got. Got a feather one, so as you can see, really pretty designs for these. And then I love this one because especially in autumn we got some really cute pictures of her in these. I don't know if I showed this one, but that's little teepees and cactuses. There's loads of different designs, so you can check them out. And last but not least, one of my other really expensive ones, but I love these. They are just so soft. So these are my Bubba and Boo pocket nappies. And these are really, you can tell these are good quality. These are about £15, and you can see their little logo there, but they have the most beautiful designs. Like honestly, they are so cute. But again, I've just explained to you, obviously poppers are exactly the same on this one, but you can't overlap. But basically they do newborn size, which is about 0 to 6 months, and those ones are Velcro, and then it's kind of almost 6 months to potty training, which these ones are. I don't have my newborn ones to show you guys because my brother has them at the moment. He's having a baby very soon, which obviously is very difficult considering we won't be able to go see it probably. We'll have to see what's going on with this lockdown situation. And as you can see, I've got mine. Is that on the right setting? No, that one's not on the right setting. It should be on the medium setting, but yeah, it's usually they're already on the right setting. And this is what I was talking about, that not only is this seriously the softest like material, it's just so, you can just tell it's like super thick, and it's elasticated at both ends. I don't know if you can tell the difference, but you can just see that those are a bit thinner material, and this is just a bit thicker and more sturdy, I guess. You can just tell it feels like good quality. And in here I actually really like their own boosters, so this is the only one I don't really use, the little lamb boosters. And every nappy comes with 2. You do have the option of just using one, or you can use both. These ones are just so super thick. I think they are bamboo, but obviously they just look different to my other ones. And you've got this beautiful double gusset, which is perfect for, like I say, punamis. But what more can I say? These are just gorgeous, great quality, and I've kind of showed you how they work. You just, I tend to fold it like this, and that's how I find it easiest to get the boosters into these nappies that don't have the, like the Bambino Mios with the little pocket on the end and they're not attached. So just like that, and just make sure it's all straight and not folded over anywhere. And then obviously you would put your beautiful fleecy liner in, and then there you go, you're good to go. So there's only a couple more things that I really need to kind of introduce you to before you consider this cloth nappy journey. This isn't so much of an issue at the minute, because if we're honest, we aren't going anywhere, so it's not something that you need desperately now, and you might already have this sort of thing. But basically, a waterproof wash bag. I have 3 of them, and this can hold about 2 to 3 nappies probably that are mucky, because you need to consider when you're going out and about that you can't just put the mucky nappy in the bin. You are going to have to bring it home with you, and I know that doesn't sound fun, but honestly it's just a compromise. And if you've got a cute bag, no one's going to really notice. You can't smell anything. It doesn't matter if it is the worst nappy in the world. With these you won't be able to smell anything, and these, as long as you've washed them and they're clean, these are perfect for also going swimming with and putting your wet swimming gear in, and or taking your stuff to the beach. So this is just a generally good all-purpose bag. These are all from Bubba and Boo. These are the smaller ones, and obviously I got this one to match the cool Northern Lights nappy that I have. But I've also got this one, which is huge. This is perfect for really long days out, and it's got a popper so you can clip it onto your pram. But this has got 2 pockets, which to be honest I didn't even realise when I ordered this, so I was really pleased when this came. But basically you can put all your clean nappies in one pocket, and then all your mucky nappies can go in a separate compartment, and they will not be cross-contaminated at all. So it is perfectly handy to just put under your pram. It is obviously ginormous, so you probably won't need one of these unless you are doing really long big days out, but it's just a handy thing to consider for when we do get to the point that we're actually allowed out of our houses again. Now, like I said, I'm not going to go into depth of washing cloth nappies today. If you do want to know more about that, because there is a right and a wrong way in a sense, because you are dealing with urine and stuff, and you do need to sanitize the products, because otherwise you can get irritated skin. So please do let me know below, and I will do a more in-depth video and show you exactly how I wash mine. But one thing that you will need to consider is storing your mucky nappies. So I just have my wash bag. It's just handy. This one's from Little Lamb, but I just put all of the mucky nappies in here, the liners, everything, and you can just put it, do the drawstring up, just chuck it in the machine like this. I usually actually leave it undone so then they can unravel in the washing machine, but I'm not really touching them and stuff. Once I'm finished with them, they're in here, and then they stay in here in a box. in the downstairs toilet. That's another thing to consider, is you need a box or a container or something to store them. And in terms of the smell, I will just say you actually don't want a lid on, because that will make them hot, sweaty, and the smell will be worse. If you leave them to air dry until you can get to the end of the day and wash them, there won't be a smell. So it's just worth considering. I learned the hard way, because I was like balking trying to take the lid off and do it, and I realised that it just works so much better without the lid on the box. And the last little thing that I want to tell you guys about is wipes. Another thing that I know a lot of people have really been struggling to get hold of on the shelves, us included, and it's incredibly frustrating, because even if you do find them, you're limited of how many packs you can buy. So I will show you what wipes we actually use. They are from a company called Cheeky Wipes, and they are little square towels. You can actually choose which material they're made from, and on the website it does kind of explain what different material does, so which is best for getting poop off the bums, and you know, all the wonderful stuff that you need to consider. We got a pack of, I think there's 25 that we had, and they come with a tub, which you can see it says Cheeky Wipes on, and it also says fresh. I do have also a bigger tub which is for the mucky wipes, and there's like a mini one of these laundry bags that came with it that I can put the mucky ones in, but to be honest I just tend to put them in with all the mucky nappies and in that laundry bag. You can see there's lines on here, and I think you put the wipes in and they fill up that amount of space, and you fill it with that much water and it completely absorbs, and it does tell you to kind of turn them upside down and stuff. My battery is dying. But yeah, these are just another option that can save you money in the long run. Other companies do sell wipes. These are Bubba and Boo ones. I have 5 of these. These are slightly bigger, and these are bamboo, which I actually prefer. They are a lot softer, but it's just personal preference, and I just put them in here, and I think it's lavender oil that goes in. It's only like a couple of drops that makes them smell nice and fresh, and they just save money, and I just can't see why you wouldn't want to use them. So I'm really sorry if this last bit has been rushed. I can just see my battery light is flashing there, but thank you so much for checking out this video. I hope, especially considering the circumstances, that this has been helpful and helped you start on your journey. Please do comment any questions. I will be more than happy to answer. I'll put loads of links down below. I'm going to record something later which has all the important facts that you need to know, so please do check that out after I've stopped babbling. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and like I say, comment down below if you want a video about how to wash the nappies, and if I've missed anything or if you have any questions, please do let me know. So thank you guys for watching.